Hey guys and gals, this is your host Joe, Life with Josef. Thank you for coming by another story time. I'm going to make this one involves my late brother Kurt. Today is the 19th of January of 2024. It's the 20th anniversary of his passing. I'm sitting on my porch. I made about 9 or 10 story times and such, and this one's going to be about my brother and I. Well, in 1973, we were coming back from the Tetons, and we're still in Wyoming, and we camped at a place. It was mostly camping with, old school RV stuff, not like now, but, dirt and, gravel road and all that. And we're tent camping now, and there's a bunch of us. So if you don't know me, I grew up in a blended family. My dad and my brothers are Chinese ancestor Americans. And this matters. Now, my last name is also Chinese. I took my dad's name. I don't use it on, YouTube or Facebook, but, those who know me know my name. So we were also traveling with my aunt and my uncle and a whole slew of their kids and nephews and such, and they're also Chinese ancestor Americans, and this is important. We're in Wyoming in 1973, so think about it. So we're at the campground, and it's run by a kind of a large family, and the mom and the dad are really overwhelmed. And the kids are probably 16, 17. I'm 12, so my brother, Kurt's 16. So I don't know if these guys have ever seen a Chinese ancestor American more than once or twice. So, you know the era if you're a my vintage. All that Hong Kong Phooey nonsense. So they start calling my brother and some of us unpleasantries. Well, this goes off and on. My brother is really a peacemaker. He's just like, nah, it's not worth it. Well, one of the buildings in the loft is where 3, 4, 5 of the sons were sleeping. And underneath was like a bar, almost like a bar and grill where you eat without food service or anything. It had a bar and it had seating, booth seating, and it had a couple of soda machines. So these little goddamn hoodlums said something that upset my brother, and he walked out. He put his foot through through the outer door, broke the lock off, stormed upstairs, and basically told about 6 of these kids that the next peep he heard out of them was going to be their last peep. Now, my brother, he was not like this. He had enough. So, seems to me the parents were involved, and I now that I'm older, I just feel bad for him. You're raising a bunch of idiots, but you really bit off more than you can chew. So I don't know, I try to think the best of some people. Anyway, at the time, my brother and I were playing a lot of rummy. Now, we'd play death rummy, where it isn't just, okay, you go out and, maybe the other guy has, 2 or 3, 4 cards in his hand. Oh, hell, we don't play like that. Come on now. We would hold on to our winning hand as long as we could, so the other guy would try to hold as many cards. We would almost play it like gin, and we would just go out, and the other guy would have 20 cards in his hand. So we're playing rummy, and the soda machine is the door's ajar on the machine. Now, my brother and I are thirsty, so we go over, we kind of work on the door for 5 seconds, and the door opens. Oh, great. So my brother's not stupid. He's 16. He's already way smarter than all of us put together. So he figures out how to trip the coin return, so the money spits, or the machine spits all the money out of the coin box. Well, for us, it's a payday and it's payback. I look at my brother and he says, it's payback. So we stole about $40 in nickels, dimes, and quarters. And this is when a soda's, 25 or 35 cents. This is 1973. So we get this mountain of money. Now it's dark, but it's lit in the little bar dealie. And there's a movie playing at the open air theater. There must be 80 or 90 people watching the movie, and nobody's watching us. So we gather up all this mountain of coins, and somehow the next day in our van, a little bit of mine had fallen out, and my mom asked where the coins are from, and I said, "Oh, it's from Kurt and I." Playing rummy, and I made up some bullshit on the spot, and my mom bought it, and she never asked. I don't think I've told anybody this story, but my brother and I stole money out of the soda machine because their children were inconsiderate, racist assholes, and we made them pay. Now, whether they know it was us who made them pay or not, I don't know, but you're 14, you're 16, you're 12. Your sense of justice may not be what it is when you're older. It may be, it may not be, but bluntly, sorry, not sorry. So this is your 6.5 minute rambling. I miss my brother. He was a good man. This is your host, Joe, Life with Josef, Storytime. I hope you enjoyed this. I got a million others. Enjoy your day. Peace be with you. And we'll see you for the next one.